Coach, what up?
What's good, boss? What's good, man?
All good, man. How are you?
Good.
Hey, man. Obviously we're talking about Jerron Boots Ennis being in that Canelo camp, and
hmm
we also wanted to get your take on whatever training footage you might have seen of Crawford, and obviously your expertise being strength and conditioning. Do you feel that he's making that weight jump properly? And yeah, man, do you feel that Jerron Ennis being in Canelo's camp, is that good or bad? What's your thoughts?
Well,
Welcome.
that's a Canelo is a master at this. This is a great thing for Canelo because who else in the game moves like Crawford other than Haney? So you got Boots Innocent Camp, which is a great opportunity for him to see everything he needs to see that may come out of Crawford. Now, with the training, I've seen both of them training. I honestly, I've never believed that weight training helps fighters. It actually slows them down. Crawford is freakishly strong. Crawford has no. I wouldn't have him lifting any weights at all. I'd have Crawford doing a whole bunch of body control and let him build into this weight because I think he probably walks around at maybe 160, 175, 180. So there is no weight training, in my opinion. He just needs to get in great shape, great condition, and go in there and beat Terence Crawford because weight training, it slows boxers down unless you know how to do the weight training. There's certain moves that you can do with weights as a boxer. So weight training kind of slows them down. And I saw Crawford deadlifting like over 500 pounds. Deadlifting has nothing to do with boxing. Nothing. What the fuck you gonna do with that? But I'm not a strength coach. That's my opinion. And I wouldn't have anyone doing actually it can hurt your back. That's a, like bodybuilders and power lifters. And there's a certain time of year when you do stuff like that. And this fight is it's the biggest fight in I don't know how long since Ali and Foreman. But yeah, Canelo is doing the right things. I'm telling you right now. And remember, he's been hit by the biggest and the strongest. We can't say Crawford's been hit by the biggest and the strongest fighters. So that's going to be a big factor. And people are underestimating Canelo's boxing skills. We already know he's a GOAT, and the ring is going to be conducive to hit what he wants. So not going to be a whole lot of movement. Crawford's going to have to stand and fight. And he don't need to do all that weight training, in my opinion, to get in there and have an opportunity to beat Canelo Alvarez.
So when you say you wouldn't have him doing no weight training, are you being specific to squats, or do you think that no weights in a boxing camp is the way to go?
It is not the way to go. Now there's certain exercises that you can do. Remember, the power comes from the legs. Crawford is freakishly physically stronger. Crawford is also a wrestler. That's a different type of strength. Now, I would be doing more explosive stuff using my own body weight. But weight training, I just don't think it has a place in boxing. The only thing I would think of weight training is using maybe a weight vest, maybe the dumbbells, but all the structural things of building a strong back and being stronger doesn't help boxing because remember, boxing is very functional. You got to do functional movements to get in the ring and fight.
We have, obviously this is live, so people questioning your resume. They're like, what champs is this guy trained? So, I know Regis Prograde was a champ. I know Jenny Folks was a champ, and Michaela Mayer is a champ. Any other champs on your resume, coach?
I've worked with Kenny Sam. I've worked with Jared Hurd. I've worked with a whole bunch of people. But it doesn't really let me help them out. My credentials are my own experiences. I was one of America's top long jumpers as an athlete. I jumped over 27 feet in a long jump. I run 10, 25, and 100 meters. I know what explosive training is like. I've done every plyometric in the fucking world. So I got credentials to do what I'm doing. I'm not a boxing coach, but I do know how to transfer power and speed and endurance. And that's what boxing is: power, speed, and endurance. And you can't get that from doing a whole lot of weight training. when you're a combative fighter.
Now, people already think that the added weight could make Crawford slow. Is there a way to put on that much weight, moving up 2 divisions, 268, and not be slow?
No, but Crawford doesn't need to put on no weight. Remember, he walks around at about that same weight. Why would he want to put on weight? He just needs to get more pop and more explosive. Speed is power. Speed is power. So you make Crawford more explosive, and he's more powerful with the abilities that he has naturally. With Crawford being more explosive, he'll hit a lot harder for sure.
But I mean, what about the fact that Canelo's going to rehydrate, right? Just like Berlanga rehydrated it to 193, Canelo's not going to come in at 168.
No, he's not going to come in once. He's going to come in on a contractional weight. But remember, Canelo is at this weight. This is natural weight. This is a walk in the park for Canelo when it comes to making a weight. Now, what Canelo downfall is cutting the ring off. He can cut the ring off enough. That's why he bought boots in the camp. So he can see, and he's never really been in the ring besides a guy like Crawford, Mayweather was. And remember, he has not been the same fighter since he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather is the GOAT of this era. So he's been in there with the best. And he bring in Boots Ennis. What a fucking brilliant idea to bring in him. I mean, who else you
Do,
gonna bring in?
do you really think that Boots can emulate or mimic a Terrence Crawford?
I think Boots is agile enough. He's a boxer. He has a high IQ. You know, we can't compare anybody to Crawford, but we can. They're similar. They're similar in movement and the IQ. The things that Boots will do for Canelo will give him a glimpse of what Crawford's going to do. Can nobody duplicate Crawford? Probably not. But Boots is very very close to it.
So who do you think is getting more out of this link up? Is Boots getting more for preparation for his fight with Lima in October, or does this suit Canelo more?
I think both of them are benefiting, but right now, this is going to suit Canelo because Canelo hadn't seen a fighter like Crawford since Mayweather. You know, now remember the other guy he fought, Majimov. Majimov was a mover too. Majimov and was it Crawford was a mover. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be difficult, man. I don't see Crawford knocking Canelo out. If Canelo lets Crawford get away with boxing, he may have a shot. If Canelo comes in there and boxes and cut the ring, Canelo has a chance of knocking Crawford out.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, you said Canelo got a shot at knocking Crawford out?
I think he does.
Why?
Remember, Crawford coming up for 135. And I don't know if y'all remember when he fought Gamboa. Gamboa rocked him a little bit too.
But that was a
And we
long
talk
time
about
ago,
Canelo
coach.
Alvarez.
That was a
Huh?
long time. That was a long time ago. If we gonna do that, Canelo got rocked by Jose Miguel Cotto.
Yeah, but he didn't. You sure?
I'm
I
talking
don't know
about I'm
about
talking
that
about
one.
Cotto's brother, not Miguel Cotto, Jose
Oh,
Cotto.
Miguel.
That's
I
how
didn't.
long ago. See what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. But on the real, Canelo has faced a bigger opposition. He's faced a bigger and a harder punchers. Who has Crawford faced that's a big puncher? I don't. I mean, Canelo's taking more hard punches than Crawford. The tail of the tape is going to be if Crawford can take the power from Canelo, and can Canelo box with Crawford and potentially hurt him and finish the fight.
For sure, for sure. So, what do you think Canelo has to do to get that stoppage?
Canelo just had to cut the ring off and let his hands go. We remember
He didn't do
we
a good
thought
job with Skull though.
Skull was like a track meet. He was running. Crawford has too much cojones to run.
Mm.
Crawford gonna stand there and he gonna try to fight, and that may be the downfall because we got to remember physicality in this fight is very important. Canelo is the bigger man who's taking the bigger punches and who punches a lot harder than Crawford. Crawford is more athletic and he's a phenomenal boxer. Now, the punches that knock people out, the punches you don't see. That's why Canelo brought in Boots Ennis. So, what a hell of a fight. This is not a fight that I want to bet on, but if I had to lean anywhere, I'm going to lean a little towards Canelo Alvarez.
Do you think that Canelo's brought in the better sparring partners? Did you hear all the other sparring partners, or do you only know
I,
of this one?
I only know a Boots. I don't know who Crawford has in there. I don't know, but they show Boots. And we already know Canelo Alvarez fights like a black Mexican. A black Mexican.
Sure do.
He moves, he could bang, he could take a punch. I mean, why aren't people giving him the credit for this fight? He's been hit by, remember what's the big guy, the big light
Crusher,
heavyweight? Yeah, man,
Sergey Kovalev, Dmitry
Kovalev.
Bivol, Gennady Golovkin.
That's important, man. When you
But
get hit by guys like that,
you sound like you're not giving Crawford a shot.
I'm giving Crawford a shot because he's athletic and he could box. But what is he going to do when he get hit? That's gonna be the sign. I'm not betting on the fight. I want to
Yeah.
see what he's going to do when he get hit because he's
So
going to get hit, and the ring is going to be the size that Canelo wants.
I
People
mean,
didn't think
even though,
about that.
don't you think that that's Turkey's boy? Crawford is Turkey's boy, so won't
It don't matter. Canelo is the draw.
tickets, huh?
Canelo's the draw.
But this fight, oh yeah, it is in Vegas. It is in Vegas, so tickets do matter. Tickets do matter. So what's going on with you and Michaela Mayer? Y'all got a date, right?
Right. Well, we're waiting. We're waiting. When she tells me I think it's coming up real soon. When they make the announcement, we bang it out and we go in there and we do our thing.
All right. Well, Coach, man, I can't let you go without asking you. You know, obviously you went up against Haney with Regis. How do
Mm-hmm.
you see this fight playing out for Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr., man? The left hook from Atlanta.
Well, we got to give. I'm a always since while I'm in boxing, I'm always give Bill Haney the nod because without Bill Haney, my name wouldn't be in the boxing game. So shout out to Bill, shout out to Devin. But remember, Brian Norman got that hook, and the Haneys are notorious and good at taking shit away from him. So I think if young Haney can take that hook away from Norman, he could outbox him and probably win the fight.
All right, Coach, we'll give out that social media, man, for anybody that doesn't know how to follow
Hey,
you.
I'm at Fitness by Tobler, Tobler on what they call X, which is be Twitter. And listen, this boxing game is not nothing without strength and conditioning. So when you need that, hit me up and we got you, baby. I appreciate you, man. Big ups to the boxing voice, man. You're always doing good stuff and that real content. I'm always blessed to be on here and talking about you, man. So big ups to your podcast.
Appreciate you, Coach. We always love having you on. Have a good day. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Evins Tobler.